Hello, I'm Derrell Smith from 99 Eats here at 71 at Beyond. Today, we're making cinnamon rolls. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix all of these ingredients right here together to make this beautiful dough. So what we're going to do is start off with 2 sticks of butter. I use unsalted, and we're going to cream that with 1 cup of granulated sugar. So you add that all to your mixer, fasten that. Lock it in and just let that chill for a good, let's say 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And then while that's getting ready, what we're gonna do is take our flour. To this cream butter, I'm gonna add maybe 1/4 of our flour and just mix that together. That's nice. So now we're gonna add this bad boy. So what this is yeast. And so we're gonna add this to our blender and just let that do what it does. All right, to that, add a little flour, boom, and just let all of those things incorporate. So the reason I'm doing this is because if I add all of these ingredients at once, you won't be able to mix it. Like everything's just gonna clog up into a ball and you won't really be able to mix it. And so what I'm gonna do is just alternate. So right now we got a little bit of dry with a little bit of wet ingredients. Next, I'm actually gonna add my eggs. And now I'm just gonna add an egg. So boom. Next, we're gonna add a little more flour. And so each time I add flour, I would say I add about 1 cup to 1.5 cups. We got 1 cup of whole milk. And so I'll add a little bit of that into the dough mix as well. Add our salt in here. And so ultimately what this is going to do is going to continue to come together. And once we get to that stage, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what your dough will look like. And so if you look at this, it's a lot of bubbles in there. And that's what you want. That tells you that the yeast is activated and that it's going to be a nice fluffy cinnamon roll. All right? All right, so with this, what I'm going to do is actually just flour our board. And just dump your dough onto a flour board. And if you can see that, it's like, it's a whole bunch of bubbles and pores in there. And that's what you want. Like, it literally looks like the inside of a cinnamon bun. And I just needed a little, boom. So that's that, boom. And so now, we take this bad boy, flour the top of our dough, and just roll it out. And so what I like to do, I like to press down in the middle, and just roll back and forth, like that. And before you do that, you can actually just stretch it out a little with your hands. Boom. A good dough won't break on you. I would say you want to get this to about 1/2 inch maybe. So about 1/2 inch, maybe a little lower. Try to get this as close to a rectangle as possible. So you just go all the way to the side, continue to roll that, roll it over, boom, roll that over. You get the point, right? All right, so now the fun part, butter. And with this, what we're gonna do is take a whole stick of butter and just spread it on our dough, all right? So just slather it on. These are not the most healthiest things for you. So if you're on a diet, I highly suggest that you do not try this at home. And so this is what we'll do. That's a good, nice layer of butter. And so our filling, what we're gonna do is just add this to the center, boom. Add a nice helping to the center, add a nice helping to this side, same on this side, all right? And we just spread this out like a nice even layer. And so now we got this nice and lathered up. And now you roll. And the way I like to roll is I start in the middle, all right? I'm gonna lift this side closest to me up, pull it forward, and then tuck it under, all right? And that's all you're gonna do the entire way up, all right? So pull it forward, tuck it up. We're just gonna go from left to right. Very tight, boom. Continue to just pull up and pull back, just like that. Shape that up. Add a little more love to this left side because it needs it. Push it up, pull it back. Push it up, pull it back, and tuck it. Tuck it under, tuck it right under itself. Once you get to the end, what you want to do is grab yourself a little cup of water and just wet the edge, because this will actually help it stick to the dough, all right? And fold it up. Just like that. So there we have it. So that's how your cinnamon rolls will look. And this is what they'll look like after everything is done. So these have been like sitting here and puffing up for a good 4 to 6 hours. So I'm gonna put these in the oven at 425. I'm gonna put this glaze on top of it. All it is it's like my version of buttercream. You see that? You just spread it right over top, like that. And now this is the funnest part of the whole show because you get to try them. Whoever wants some, it's all yours.